Derek Handley declined to be interviewed today, but in a statement he said the Spark Foundation has agreed to facilitate the donation of his $107,000 settlement. This afternoon, the chair of Spark Foundation, Andrew Pyrie, told me the money is aimed at funding innovative efforts in the field of digital inclusion.
Derek Handley approached us a couple of weeks ago after obviously these events transpired and just reached out to us and asked whether we could help him find a home for his very generous donation with a particular focus on projects around New Zealand in the area of digital inclusion. That's an area that Spark Foundation is doing a lot of work in, so we were very happy to help facilitate and look for a home for that money.
Okay, so has Derek Handley been specific about how he might like the money to be spent? Are there any caveats or conditions there, or are you able to tell us at this early stage where the money is likely to be invested?
Look, it's very early stages at this stage. What Derek has really reached out to us and said, look, can you help find the right home for this money? I mean, we're conscious that I think Derek is someone who's very public spirited in this particular space and wants to do the right thing. We welcome that, and we're very happy to play whatever part we can in helping facilitate that. I think we recognise that Derek's been away from New Zealand for a number of years, so perhaps he isn't as close to some of the exciting projects that are around that we are, and so we would hope that with our visibility on what's happening out there in New Zealand, and there are some fantastic organisations doing tremendous work in the space, and so we're hoping to really, I guess, connect Derek with some of those organisations and see whether he can find the best home for that generous donation.
Andrew, have you had contact with Derek about the figure that you're set to receive? I think it's around $100,000 that he's due to be paid out. Is that the number that you're expecting?
Look, we're aware of the number that's been talked about publicly, and that's really the substance of that discussion at this stage. We haven't sort of agreed and had any sort of conversation around a precise number, but at the end of the day, we're very happy to work with him on whatever that number actually turns out to be.
Has Derek Handley paid you anything yet?
No, at the moment, no money has changed hands, but at some point we're expecting, obviously, Derek to forward funding to the foundation, and we would hold that money in trust and work with him in terms of directing it to the best projects that he and us can identify.
Andrew Pyrie there. Mr Handley confirmed to Checkpoint this afternoon he hasn't received the money yet. The Department of Internal Affairs is due to pay him, says it's requested details from Mr Handley where to deposit those funds, but Mr Handley has not yet provided them. Now, it's not known how much of it Spark will receive after legal and professional fees are deducted from the $107,000.